Hey, it's Jesse from Subject and Verb Agreement Press. And today the verb is review and the subject is The Cursed Ransom by Mr. Titus Green. Now, The Cursed Ransom is a horror novella, or I personally think it falls more into the speculative fiction genre, but it has elements of horror in it. And this is the first longer work by Mr. Green. Um, he until now has specialized mainly in short fiction, which I have greatly enjoyed, which I will get more into in a minute. But this is a great book. It's now available on Amazon for Kindle and in softback by Close to the Bone Press. And my props to Close to the Bone to giving Mr. Green a shot and recognizing the brilliance of his work. So Titus is a very humble person. He's a gentleman. So he's probably going to be somewhat embarrassed by what I'm about to say, but I have to do it because for me, Titus is the best writer out there today. The best. Okay? Far and away above myself and my writing. I just have not come across anyone that uses the language like he does. He has a ton of literary influences, but when I read his work, I see, the wit of Kurt Vonnegut, along with that kind of dry satirical tone from time to time. Also, a little bit of that Nabokovian wordplay, and but mainly he was educated in the UK, so he really knows the language and uses it well. It's just impeccable stuff. And to give you a little bit more of an idea of what I think of his writing and to embarrass him even more, if I had to create a list of my top 10 favorite short stories, okay, number one is going to be The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe, because that's my favorite. You're going to have a couple Stephen King stories on there, like the one where the finger comes up out of that guy's drain in his bathroom sink. I love that story. The one with the giant chattery teeth. They're like porcelain wind up teeth with the little feet, and it comes to life. Love that story. The Velt by Ray Bradbury. One of my favorite short stories. I remember reading that. I think it was in high school. And anyway, amongst those literary giants, there would be a story by Mr. Green called The Clockwork Prophet. I love that story so much. I begged him to let me publish it here at Sava Press, and it was actually a reprint because he'd published it before. The Clockwork Prophet would be somewhere in the middle of that list, probably between 5 and 7, somewhere. So I mean, that's the level that I hold Titus. Now, The Cursed Ransom. The description on the book, which you can also read on Amazon.com, the description on the back here is it's very good. It really tells you what the story's about. So I don't want to rehash this, and I don't want to really give spoilers, but basically, the plot is there's an international group of online terrorists or hackers. They called the Ninjas, and they use ransomware to extort money from institutions and certain high profile people. And they steal some data from the wrong person who happens to be involved in black magic. And obviously, he's angry about his data being stolen, and that's where things really start to happen and get horrific. So the book is obviously very adult. And when he goes into the lives of these hackers, they're involved in all sorts of dark things beyond the hacking. So definitely not a book for, let's say, 16 or younger than 16. It's definitely an adult book or late teens as far as subject matter goes. But that's what I like. I like fiction with teeth, with edge. And Titus is not afraid to go into those dark parts of the human psyche and just the dark parts of the world in which we live. And as I read this book, probably because of the hacking and the talking about computer stuff, I got kind of a William Gibson vibe. Now, it's not cyberpunk per se, but it's got that same feel as, say, when you read Neuromancer. And I don't know if Gibson is one of Titus's influences or not, but I don't think he would mind that comparison, because at least to me, William Gibson is one of the greatest writers of modern fiction, or popular fiction, of modern times. Let's say the last 50 years, he'd be somewhere in the top 10. And I think Titus is right alongside him and handles that genre really well. If Titus wanted to do cyberpunk, I think he'd be terrific. Also, my favorite author, Harlan Ellison, he really got into that dark part of the human psyche and just the bad things that people are up to. And Titus kind of goes that route too. And I compare him to Ellison also quite a bit. So what struck me most when I read The Cursed Ransom is this juxtaposition of the dark arts. So you have this secretive cabal, the ninjas, and they're using basically the modern day occult, right? I mean, we all use computers, we all interact with the internet, but how many of us actually even know how it works? Now, my closest friend on this planet happens to work in cybersecurity. He's done it for the military and in civilian life for the government. So he's explained to me a little bit about how some of this stuff works, and it's like a different language almost. And so you have these guys doing these things, and in a very real sense, it's a curse. If someone hacks into your computer, they can do all sorts of things. They can infiltrate your files, they can take over your desktop, move things around, delete stuff if they wanted to. And you get that ransomware screen that pops up. I mean, that's horrible. So these people, they're using black arts, just modern day stuff focused through technology, and they're cursing people and basically engaging in black magic. And then they're running into this other guy who's using an older form of black magic, which we're more familiar with, the standard tropes of the summoning demons and the pentagrams and candles and chanting and all of that, like Pumpkinhead here. And so then the demons invade. So it's a very ironic type of story, with a great little twist in that sense, that these guys think that they're smarter than everyone else, and they're doing things that most people don't know how to do, and they're getting away with it. And then they come across this person that's using centuries-old methods to exact revenge on them and make them sorry that they ever messed with them. So I think that's a great premise. This is a great book. I believe it is 87 pages. So a respectable novella. If you're a real hardcore reader, you could probably knock this out in a day, but for me, it took me 3-4 days to get through it. And I really enjoyed it from start to finish. The writing here is excellent. Mr. Green has never let me down in that respect, and I expect that he never will. But this is perfect for anyone who likes good fiction, especially if you like speculative fiction and you like horror. The holidays are coming up, so if you're looking for a gift, if you enjoy books or you have a book lover in your life, great stocking stuffer. I am sure Mr. Green and Close to the Bone Press will appreciate it. And I couldn't wait. As soon as he announced this book was available, I marked it on my calendar, and the day it was ready to go, I ordered it and got it pretty quick, actually. A lot quicker than I get my own books when I put them up there. But anyway, great cover as well. Kind of a anonymous looking cat with the cowl and the skull, and he's at the keyboard and money, and you see the ones and the zeros down here dripping in blood. So a lot of symbolism, a lot of subtext. Great, great stuff. And I hope that this is just the first of some longer works of Mr. Green. I'm hoping for a full-on novel eventually. Um, but I will leave a link in the description where you can purchase this book off Amazon. Also, a link to Close to the Bone Press. And you can see what else they've got going. A link to Titus's author site, titusgreen.com, and also a link to Sava Press if you want to check out all the authors that I've published there, including 2 short stories of Mr. Green's. All right, and I'm sure as Titus is watching this, he's going, what did I do to get this bald-headed maniac in my life? But I can't help it. I love Titus's writing. He's a great guy as well. We've had some all too brief conversations online, and I hope to be able to interact with him more in the future since he's a little bit closer to me now. Whereas he used to be an entire ocean and continents away for his work. So, Titus, great job, and anybody out there watching, pick it up, The Cursed Ransom. See you next time.